All right, we are on the play in match 5 of this league with Rug Delver. That's going to be a mulligan. I want more mana. That is more mana. Let's keep. Top card, Peasy. That's not a bad turn 2 play. Throw it on top. We'll play out a land. If we need to bolt something, we will. If not, let's draw a young Pyromancer. Possibly play it, possibly not. Who knows? Curse Catcher. I guess that makes playing young Pyromancer actually quite fine. I don't really care to bolt this either. We're going to want to shock a little aggressively here. Just because of Spreading Seas. Let's see. Stomping Ground, Steam Vents, probably. Let's get lots of red mana. I imagine they're going to hit the Stomping Ground if/when they do, so maybe we actually want a double green, but then they hit our red source, and being cut off of red feels worse. Mutavault. Paying costs? Yes, we are. Kopala. It's the not quite... What's its name? What's its name? Kira, Great Glass Spinner. It's the not quite Kira Great Glass Spinner. Alright. I think we're going to swing with this Peasy. Actually, they might not have a Lord. And if they don't have a Lord, I quite want a Lightning Bolt. I also kind of want to get Hooting Mandrills down, so I might go Looting plus Mandrills. Let's do that. Make a token. Third land, Serum Visions. We can dump Visions and Pyromancer, pay Shock, slam Mandrills, and have Bolt up. Probably go for Bolt instead of Snag. Think I like that. Not really happy about how much damage we're taking, but you know. Think we're going to swing the Pyromancer into the Silvergill. Then again, we can make tokens. So I kind of want to go that route. Let's make some tokens. As long as they don't get Island Walk, the elementals are going to be very, very good. Kopala? Kopala. With that on the stack, we could bolt the Silvergill. Or we untap, bolt Kopala, pay the 2, and they sack Curse Catcher. I'd rather kill Silvergill than Curse Catcher. They also might just sack the Curse Catcher here, which basically just lets us use our mana here instead of there. I think they do end up sacking the Curse Catcher to save either one of them, really, so we may as well use our mana now. This also means if they play a Lord next turn, we can Vapor Snag it. Now, we can't play Delver if we want to go the Vapor Snag route. Kind of want to start clocking them, so I think Mandrills is going to connect here. If we swing with an Elemental, they chump with this. If we swing with PZ, they might block there, which is probably fine in reality. I think I'm willing to trade PZ for a Silvergill. Let's hold up Vapor Snag here. I think that's what I want to do. Can't say for sure. They also might have a counterspell to go with Kopala to blow out the Vapor Snag, which means counterspell plus Lord means we take a lot of damage. Don't know if we can actually beat that. Kopala's really good. Then again, Kira was also good, so it's basically the same thing. Except this one's a Merfolk and doesn't have flying. Maybe Kopala's slightly better. Being a Merfolk is probably worth a little more than flying. Master of Waves. Okay, let's just cut down the devotion right there. Master of Waves having pro red makes those elementals quite bad. Then again, they could all just swing. They only get to block one of them with the Master. I think sooner or later we're going to have a Lord on our hands. So having those elementals isn't going to be worth that much. They're going to get 2 of their own elementals out of this. Actually, maybe we leave our elementals to block theirs. That might be worth it. Kopala's not on board, so any removal spell we draw here costs its regular cost. Traverse finds us a land. It's honestly probably not going to do much else, so I might just go for it. Thin the deck a little bit. We're not swinging with this because that's a free block. We swing with Mandrills, it gets blocked by this. We're in trouble. I'm just going to grab a land. Probably a mountain. Make a token. That seems decent. I don't know if I want to play that. I actually think I don't. If we need the 4th land, we can play it next turn. We do probably play the Delver, though. In which case, you probably want to traverse with this, breeding pool with this, but they know this is a mountain because I just showed it to them, so that doesn't matter. That means we can 6. No bluff for us. We get to just sit back and relax and hope that we don't die. Regerie. Oh, that's a Lord. Yep. They get to tap Mandrills or untap that for, I don't know, maybe there's a Curse Catcher. For 8 Island Walk. These hang back to block. I dare say we're probably dead. Anger of the Gods would be pretty nice here. Doesn't hurt this. Naturally, Anger isn't in our deck pre-board because that would be kind of bad. Okay, so do we even bother showing them we have Thought Scour? We are in fact dead, right? Actually, if we deal with this, we stop Island Walk. So you know what? Let's play like we have a chance. Scour ourselves. Pay blue. Make a token. Bolt. Delver is not Bolt. Alright, we are in fact dead. So, swing with the team. They block PZ with this. 1, 2, 3 elementals. They take 8, go to 5. They know we have a mountain, so they know they're not dead. If we just, well, they might block wrong. So there's that. And they don't know if we found a lightning bolt. Then again, the way I figured they block, they don't die to lightning bolt anyways. So I dare say they can't lose. Yup. Opponent realizes they have blocks. Therefore, we're dead. Actually, that was really smart, blocking elementals with these in case I did have the bolt for a Lord. So that I could not finish off, sorry, in case I had maybe just forked bolt. Now, if I had the bolt for one, the other would have died to state-based actions. They did that just the right way. Merfolk player knows how to play Merfolk. Better than I do. That's for sure. Mutavault's also coming in, which means we are super duper dead probably 5 times over. More lords? More lords. Merfolk's a good deck. Not one of our great matchups. Peasy, once again looking subpar. Thing in the Ice probably would have been pretty good there. Just saying. Young Pyromancer is not impressing right now. That is a 6/6 Mutavault. Just in case anyone was wondering, the opponent has 4 Merfolk. Well, okay, 3 Merfolk, 1 Elemental Lord in play. How much is that? -21? That's okay. That's not much. We can come back from that. Alright, Merfolk. Might want a way to interact with Vial. Might not. Sweepers for sure. All the sweepers. Basilisk Collar for some life gain. Hunt Masters. That is all. So we might want these artifact destruction spells. Counter spells. Those can go. I don't even want Spell Piercer Denial. We're just going to cut every counter spell in the deck. Alright, that makes a good way for these to come in. Anything for the artifact hate. Vapor Snag is probably better. You know what? They can keep their vials if they have them. Then again, Faithless Looting, once again, potentially lets you dump those. That hand isn't great. That hand is a little bit better. Okay, that hand's a lot a bit better thanks to the Serum Visions, but we still have to dig for our second land, and I don't love that. Let's keep. Tarfire's nice. We're going to want more than just the 1 removal spell, though. That Scry is going to leave. This Scry is going to remain. Let's get a Steam Vent. Pay Shock. Visions. What do we got? Deck. Land is not in the top 3. We're going to bottom these burn spells and hope to shuffle them back in. I am going to want those. If I had a second land, I probably top both. Basilisk Collar is not what we're going to play. Visions 2.0. Found the land. Found the next one after that. We're not going to shuffle. Not worth playing the Basilisk Collar. I'd rather have land number 3. Alright, deck. Silvergill. Revealing Silvergill. They're going to draw a card. This is very good. Silvergill is, I don't want to say underrated, because people probably know exactly how good Silvergill is, but it's really good. We're going to play out Goyf. We're going to follow it up with Mandrills. Somewhere in there, we're going to cast a Basilisk Collar. I don't think I want to play it yet, because I want to hold up Tarfire. Let's grab, I don't really want to get Basic Forest, so let's get Stomping Ground instead. If we get Basic Forest, we're kind of asking to be hit by a Spreading Seas. So I think we're going to do that. We're kind of still asking to get hit by a Spreading Seas, though, because Flooded Strand gets Breeding Pool if we get Spreading Seas, but that means no Tarfire, at least this turn, which I don't like either. Silvergill, revealing Marrow Regery. You got it. Aether Vial. That's a little late, but you know, these probably make up for that quite handily. I doubt they're going to swing. We can get something tapped, or we can kill a Silvergill Adept. I don't really want to kill a Silvergill Adept, because you generally want to save your removal for the Lords. But I think this game is going to shape up such that we can't really do that. Let's grab Steam Vents. Actually, no, that's silly. We should get the Breeding Pool tapped. Protect ourselves from the Spreading Seas. Another land. Do I play that or hold out for looting? We can go Collar plus Mandrills. I almost certainly want to go Collar plus Mandrills. Let's swing. Don't really want to equip the Collar here because I still want Tarfire up. I doubt they're going to double block, but if they do, we Tarfire. They did not. Let's cast Mandrills. I want to keep Visions in the graveyard, so we might actually play and crack this. Yeah, let's get a basic forest. Or do we? Maybe basic island? No. We don't need that much blue. Kind of wish I could get a basic mountain. Play this. Do that. Play this. And pass to the opponent. We could have left an extra land in the bin by tapping one of those, the Stomping Ground probably. I imagine it'd be the Steam Vents we leave untapped. So maybe that would have been a little better. This way we get to play around Curse Catcher, though. And I think I like that 1,000 times more than having the land. Although Goyf did get a little small. Tarfire is going to help with that. Basilisk Collar on Mandrills, hopefully going to do all kinds of work. Probably my favorite Basilisk Collar combo outside of Huntmaster just gunning down whatever the opponent plays. Also very good with Grim Lavamancer. Not that I run it, but very good with Grim Lavamancer. I honestly kind of want to try out Thing in the Ice now. I've heard from a lot of people it's good. I've heard it's not fantastic from others, but a lot of people say it's good, and it looks really nice for these creature matchups where you just go, okay, I'm going to reset the board now and hit you for 7. Is that okay? Probably helps the humans matchup at least a little bit too, in that it's an early blocker. Casting spells, generally kind of hard with Thalia around, so I imagine it's not fantastic, but it's still probably way better than Young Pyromancer. Regerie's fine. We're going to try to Tarfire that. And it looks like that's going to resolve, actually. Which makes me kind of very extremely happy. Don't think they swing here. End step. Send a Tarfire their way. They had to assume we had a Bolt effect somewhere, right? Now, I don't really want to trade Mandrills for Silvergill, and I also don't want to bounce Silvergill. That seems awful. So I think we're going to put the Basilisk Collar on the Tarmogoyf. Swing with just that this turn. I kind of want to attack with Mandrills anyways, though. Trouble is, this costs 2 mana to equip, which means we can't snap Tarfire. Let's put this on Goyf and swing with the team. Don't want to throw it on Mandrills, because if Mandrills goes down, it's no longer equipped. But I do want to swing with the team. Is it worth bouncing a Silvergill? They didn't block. Cool. That kind of scares me even more. So we're probably going to Vapor Snag here, snap Tarfire later. Or maybe we go snag, snap, snag. By the way, gaining 4 life on the fly like that, really nice. There's a Marrow Regerie. A lot of lords can come into play now. Thanks to that Vial. We're not blocking anything here. That's going to happen. I actually kind of want to bounce the Marrow Regerie and go for lethal. They might flash in a Lord here to keep their attack hefty. They did not. Okay. Violin, sorry, not flash. We still have Snap Tarfire available, so let's swing. We're also gaining a lot of life. Did I mention life gain? Life gain's real. Life gain is very, very real in this game. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. That sets us back. They're going to take 4. We didn't get our life gain this turn. That's very important for them. I might play out the Misty, go Goyf, and hold up Snap Snag if they have exactly 1 Island Walk Lord. If they have any more, we're going to be in serious trouble. I do think we want to play out that Goyf, though, so we have more attackers. So I'm going to do it. Let's play the Misty. Who would have thought we'd want 5 mana? Don't really want to put the Basilisk Collar on Goyf in case they get Island Walk. That would be tragic. Also, if they bounce Goyf again or tap it down with Tidebinder Mage. Similarly tragic. We just bounced, I believe it was the Merrow Regerie. Yes, it was. So they have a Regerie in hand. We know that. They also have Aether Violet 3, which is very nice for that Regerie. We could be facing down 3 Lords, which means we're super dead. Actually, are we? We bounce 1, 2 stick. Yeah, we'd be dead. 3 mana. Do they have 2 Regeries? Regerie plus Kopala? Violin Regerie. You got it. Oh, they're probably going to tap down Goyf. They are probably going to tap down Tarmogoyf. I like that Snapcaster Mage gets to block if they only have the 1 Lord, though. That's good. That's very good for us. Mutavault comes up. All right. They swing. No tricks. This costs an extra 2 to do fun stuff. Let's get an island. We might just snap Tarfire the Regerie. But you know what? They're at 5. If we Vapor Snag, they lose 1 life. Suddenly, either of these is lethal. And they only have the 3 mana to put a thing into play. So I think we do go for the Vapor Snag play here. Target Snag. They get to put back their Regerie. But I think that's just fine. I'm really glad they did it this way instead of having this Aether Vial up, because then Kopala would be a serious issue. Flash in Kopala in response to Snapcaster Mage. Suddenly we're dead. That's gone. We get to block 2 guys. 2-2, 2-1, 2-1, 2-2. That guy's really annoying, and we can deal with a land. Mutavault's pretty good. Silvergill's probably ever so slightly better. Our turn. I don't think they can flash in a bounce guy. Okay, they scooped. Cool. I was going to put the Basilisk Collar on something just in case. Let's run it back. Game 3 versus Merfolk. Let's go. All the marbles. So I'm thinking, here's Young Pyromancer. This guy is definitely a faster clock than Thing in the Ice because it actually has power. So it's probably technically a better top deck, although they're both horrendous top decks. Thing in the Ice, I'm assuming, is better early game because it blocks much better. We could keep this and hope to find a green source, but this hand doesn't do a lot. Vapor Snag's our only removal spell, so I think we're shipping it back. Let's take a mulligan. That's still not good, but we're going to keep it. Bottom that, I think. We could top it and then have good mana. Top it, have good mana. Let's top it and have good mana. So I'm thinking Thing in the Ice is going to be better against the aggro decks because it blocks nicely. That's scary. Let's get a Steam Vents. PZ is probably a little bit better against combo, but I'm not sure if that is where I think our biggest concern is. Bottom, probably both of these aggressively. Don't think I want to give time for Basilisk Collar here. How's the Mandrill's math work? We're going to have 2 cards with the Visions. Misty is a third. That means Mandrills is coming down on turn 3. We can play Collar on 2, but we're still not equipping it until 4. That's not very good. I'd rather hope to find something like a Thought Scour, a Faithless Looting, so we can get Mandrills down on turn 2. Second Vial, Relic. That's bad. That's going to slow us down. Now we really need that Scour. Delver. That's not Scour. Alright. Play out the Misty for Delver Scry. Let's do this. Visions is going to get exiled really soon. So I'm going to hope we find a Faithless Looting, not only to power out Mandrills, but also to discard the second one. If they do a really good job of managing our graveyard, I'm going to want to discard both. And now a lot of Merfolk are going to come down. I expect at least 2, maybe 3, by the time our opponent untaps. Second Relic. Okay. They have a lot of cards that don't actually kill us. Like a lot. Should I be running Shatterstorm for the Merfolk matchup? Let's untap. Take a look. Our opponent agrees that there are a lot of artifacts on their side. Thought Scour. They can exile our graveyard, but we get to have priority. So, we put a land into play. Thought Scour counts as 1 card and puts 2 more. We're going to fetch. They are probably going to get rid of it soon. They did not. Oh, dear. We can't do it. We can't slam Mandrills. Abort. Abort. This was bad. If they exile this Misty, we still need to cast Thought Scour here, so we can't actually Mandrills through Relic, which means we're going to have to wait, which is awful. Stomping Ground for sure. I don't think I want to pay Shock, although it lets us flash in Snapcaster Mage and Thought Scour. I think we're not going to pay Shock. Let's swing for 3. See, they do that. This is untapped. So let's say this is our blue source, this is our green source. We Thought Scour now. 3 cards in the bin. Awesome. 5 mana for a 6 mana card. Does not work. Should have done the math slightly sooner. Misty Rainforest would still be here. But the important thing is we got there. I actually really wish Vapor Snag was something like a Lightning Bolt right now, because our opponent is really low on actual cards. Oh, these cycle, never mind. They're going to have cards. I was thinking we really want to run them out of cards here, since we can. 1, 2, 3. The perfect Aether Vial setup. Actually, they're going to have 2, 3, 4 soon, which seems really good. I think I'd actually want 1, 2, 4, so you can flash in Curse Catchers. I think I'd rather have that than flashing in Marrow Regeries and Kopala. So we're going to have a hard time resolving a Mandrills until they either tap out and can't actually use Relic effectively, or... Oh, they vialed it in, that's why. I was going to say they did not reveal a Merfolk. Or if we find another land, in which case we can go Thought Scour, hold priority, have 3 lands left over, and boom. I'm going to flash in this Snapcaster Mage, because I don't expect it to do a lot of work. They can flash in a Curse Catcher, but I think we're still just going to swing with it. Bolt. Bolt's a good card. Bolt is a good card. We can Thought Scour and hope to draw a land, but I don't think that's something I'm really interested in. I'd really rather swing with the team. We've got well, we actually have 1 chance to go after a Lord because of Kopala. So swinging isn't that good. They have a pretty good chance to put a Lord into play, but I think we're going to race. The more time we give our opponent, I think the better it's going to be for them. Our hand doesn't look that fantastic. That's on 4. That's scary. That means instant speed Master of Waves. Snapcaster Mage probably never attacks again. Cool. That means we can Thought Scour on the end step if we don't go after something. They can flash in pretty much anything they could possibly want, but not Curse Catcher, which is very relevant because they need both 2-mana Lord and 3-mana Lord to save Kopala. So I think I want to bolt it. Or we go face. Would I rather bolt face? Puts them down to 9. We swing with this, puts them down to 6. Mandrill's going to be around. I think I'd rather bolt the Merfolk. 1, 2, 3. If they have 2 lords, this is very bad. Turns out they didn't have any. I couldn't Thought Scour, never mind. I thought I screwed up. We're going to play Goyf before Mandrills, I think. Do I want to swing with Snapcaster Mage? They could flash in an elemental to block it. But we could always bounce the Master of Waves. Let's swing. I want to get aggressive here. They didn't flash in lords, which means they didn't have 2. They might have 1, but they didn't have 2. And that makes me kind of happy. Tarmogoyf. And then we either Vapor Snag or Thought Scour, whichever one's better. Let's go Merfolk opponent. This is exciting. God, I love Magic. Is this not the best game there ever was? Pretty sure it's the best game there ever was. They have 4 cards in hand, and they have access to all kinds of ways of cheating mana. Actually, exactly one kind of way, but they have 3 copies of it. 3 cards in hand. 1 Mutavault on board. Alright, we're going to Thought Scour. Don't think we need to hold on to Vapor Snag right at this second. What do we got, Scour? Looting. Alright, I actually wanted that a while ago. I don't know if I still want it. Peasy. How good is Young Pyromancer? Probably 1,000 times worse than Hooting Mandrills, which means we're going to swing with the team. Maybe I should have started off with looting. I do think I'm going to loot before I play Mandrills. Here comes Mutavault. The fact that they had 3 artifacts and 2 relics, though, that's insane. Chump Goyf. Trade with Snapcaster Mage. That seems perfectly fine. I'm A-okay with that. Let's loot. Do I discard the land? I don't think we need to worry about holding up Vapor Snag right now. So I think it's going to be land Mandrills going away. That way we get to cast Visions. What could they possibly have? They didn't flash in Lords. If they had a Lord, they probably would have chumped Goyf with this, blocked Snap with this, flashed in their Lord, Mutavault would have survived. So I assume they don't have a Lord. So I think it's safe to just go. Bolt. Dismember is quite good. Think we're going to top that. Next turn, we can have Bolt, Dismember, and Snag. Let's get rid of A-Visions. Foothills instead of Island. Snapcaster Mage, 2 more cards. What do they have? Land, Creature? Let's get rid of the creatures, and I guess we could get rid of the lands too. We don't really need the redundancy there with the extra instant, the extra sorcery, but I really don't think Traverse is relevant at this point. Snapcaster Mage actually is totally gone, so we probably should have gotten rid of the Scour and the Bolt. They scooped. We did it. And we got 40 play points because it's a friendly league. Yeah. Good job, team. All right. So, we beat Merfolk. That was fun. Faithless Looting technically did work. Although I think that game was won by the fact that the opponent majorly flooded. And we kind of sort of navigated decently in that we got our clocks down and we killed the stuff we needed to kill. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video and the league overall and the deck and the series and all that jazz. I hope to see you in the next one where I think we're going to continue trying out Pyromancer for at least a little bit before I go for the Thing in the Ice build and try that out because I am excited for both. Yeah, that is all. I'll see you guys later.